Sorry, guys. Someone didn't do their cleanup when I started recording in this area here. What's up, everybody? I'm Luke from the Master Sword Valley, and welcome back to Doki Blue Skies. And last time we had... something was not right with Sayori, and we told her we were just going to take things slow, like with her, so we can just be a good friend with her. So let's jump in. Okay, everyone, we finished sharing poems a little earlier than usual today, so I guess we got a little bit of free time before I had to pack away. Don't know about you guys, but I'm super relieved that all the exams are over. Past 2 weeks have been a blur of notes, frantic last-minute cramming, and a bucket load of stress. That's what exams do to you. Student life in a nutshell, basically. Thankfully, today marks the end of the assignments. It also didn't help that I was dying to spend some time with Sayori. Me too! How did everyone's exams go? Mixed bag, to be honest. Was never a huge fan of math, so that one definitely could have gone better. Tell me about it. Physics wasn't much better. Coulomb's law, Ohm's law, Lenz's law, and I still don't get any of them. I don't even know what those are. Biology went pretty well, though. We were learning about the brain for this semester. So many different parts, and they've got funny names. Labeling it was tricky, though. It's fascinating to think that while you're learning about the brain's work, our own brains are active, processing it all. Don't you think? Yeah, if you're a zombie. I'm not sure I understand. Zombies aren't capable of higher cognition, and geez, Yuri, it's because they like to eat brains. It was a joke. Oh, Yuri, did you do well? I suppose my performance wasn't so too bad. Come on, Yuri. We all know you're a real smarty pants. Bet you aced like all your subjects. You really know how to put her on the spot, don't you, Natsuki? Anyway, to answer your question, Alex, I'm definitely with you. I've never been a fan of exam season. Is anyone a fan of exam season? Except all those nerds who actually really like school. Nerd! The amount of stress involved. She rarely rubs her temples. You have to judge academics with your extracurriculars, don't you? High expectations don't make life any easier either. Her face drops for a moment. Well, that's enough of that. Why don't we have a Christmas party? Ooh! Okay, I like the sound of that. That was so fun. Pretty much like that, yeah. That was a wonderful idea. A good way to see the year off. Yeah, okay. Can't see why not. Yay! Well, that's a pretty unanimous vote. You can host it around mine, by the way. I motion towards Monica and Yuri. As I imagine you model students wouldn't want to break into the school twice. You'd be correct. Why would you want to break into school at night? That's more appropriate for Halloween, but I don't understand why you would want to do that for Christmas, though. Her stern visage betrays no humor. Looks like my joke didn't quite go to plan. Anyway, now that we've got all that sorted, she quickly checks the clock. I'm going to have to get going, so now's a good time to call a session here. I'll see you guys at the party. Let's make a move, Sayori. Okay, I'll see you guys later. With a wave, we all pack and go our separate ways. Except we've all... oh, day transition. We're going straight to the party. And of course, I got this all recorded I'm recording this after Christmas, unfortunately. I just didn't exactly have the time to get that recorded for Christmas because I had, like, way too much stuff to take care of. By all accounts, today will be a day I'm spending with Sayori. After our club meeting, though, she texted everyone suggesting a secret Santa idea where we all buy each other presents. Funnily enough, I ended up with her as my Santa, which put a damper on things. I was looking forward to Christmas shopping with her. As I didn't fancy going alone, I decided to message Yuri and see if she wanted to come with me. As I wasn't Yuri's Santa, she agreed, although in typical Yuri fashion, she was quite surprised that I wanted to go shopping with her. Some things never change. Oh, cool! So, any idea what to get Monica? I have some ideas, but nothing I'm truly certain on. Part of the downside of shopping for someone is that when you don't know them well, you can never be sure what they want. If it's any consolation, I don't really know what to get Sayori either. Truth be told, I've never been that great with presents. Maybe a new bow or some new clothes. But women's clothing makes no sense to me. I never really talked to Sayori about her fashion sense. Pardon me. Well, we have the entire day ahead of ourselves, Alex. It would be sensible to look at the recipient's hobbies and go from there, wouldn't you think? Hopefully, we'll be able to find something. Let's see. Oh, whoa, this is pretty. At this time of the year, the streets are very busy. Seems like half of the entire town decided to do their Christmas shopping today. Just capture that real quick, because that is really pretty. I like snowy streets. They just look so beautiful. They're a pain in the ass to drive, but they look beautiful. From the constant fiddling of her hair and the nervous look in her eyes, it's clear that Yuri isn't a fan of crowds. She's standing quite close to me, her eyes bouncing around whenever someone passes close to her. You know, I've had an idea. Oh? Well, Monica plays the piano, right? So I'd imagine she'd be into music. Have you ever spoken to her about what kind of brand she likes? Any musicians in particular? You know, now that you mention it, yes, we have had discussions about our musical preferences before. While our tastes aren't exactly aligned completely, we both tend to appreciate music with thoughtful lyrics. She has a preference towards music that has lyrics with clever wordplay. If I recall correctly, she wasn't much a rap fan, although she's begun to appreciate the thought and effort that goes into rapping. Much like with poetry, lyrics can be a powerful way to express your thoughts, the battles you're going through, and the demons you face. The effect of music can be incredible, not just on the listener, but the artists themselves. Take the famous singer Freddie Mercury. Outside of the band he was in, he was shy and actually rather introverted. What, really? I've always seen him as the really flamboyant and confident. When he was on the stage, it was like he owned the whole room. But you see, that was only while he was on stage. As a performer, he was of course as bold, confident, and rambunctious as you may think. She stares off dreamily, lost in thought. Yuri? Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. Anyway, I think the music store would be a fine place to start. Let's make a move, shall we? Let's go. Nice. Thankfully, the music shop is much quieter than the streets outside. As predicted, Yuri visibly relaxes, taking a deep breath. Much better. Now, where do you suppose we should start? If I remember correctly, Monica hasn't been playing the piano for long, right? She must still be a novice. So, as my eyes wander, a feasible choice of present grabs my attention. How about these? We amble over with Yuri looking here curiously. It's basically a guide on how to play popular songs on the piano. Pardon me. I flip it over, checking out the description on the back. Note for note, specially catered for beginners. Ooh. She flips through the pages. Never heard Monica discuss these artists before, so she might not even want to learn how to play any of these songs. Oh, we'll see. Not that your suggestion wasn't a good one. I didn't mean to sound dismissive or anything. It wasn't dismissive, Yuri. It was a pretty smart thing to bring up. It was just a suggestion. Let's keep looking. And like 2 hours later, and it's attempting to get Sayori something from here as well. I knew what her tastes were like when we were younger, but I have no idea if they changed. Nah, probably for the best to come with her one day. I remember Monica was talking about this song. I peer over to what she was looking at. Huh? The retro style, huh? I didn't know she was into really old songs. If I remember correctly, this appealed to her more so from a metaphorical perspective. What's more is that the song is actually a story in itself. Initially describing a castaway lost at sea, slowly losing all hope after admitting it's been a year since he wrote his SOS message. It then describes how he resigns himself to his fate, accepting that he's alone, cut off from the real world with no one to save him, despite his efforts. But one day, he wakes up and realizes that there are other bottles scattered around the shore, and so he realizes that other people share in his loneliness. Ironically, he shares his loneliness with other people. The entire tale told under 5 minutes. Well, it isn't quite as what I listened to either. The themes that underlie the song and the message it portrays is powerful. The power of loneliness stemming from an individual cut off from the real world, desperately seeking someone to rescue them, the loss of hope. Man, conversation between Yuri and Monica would probably go on for hours. This explanation is anything to go by. You really look into this stuff, don't you? Sorry, I know it must be really weird, and you didn't even ask me for the analysis. It's not weird at all. I think it's really cool and how you don't take a song with a face value. Even even with lyrics, you have all the metaphors and hidden messages. It's not something I really do myself, but if it's something you enjoy, power to you, right? Good job, Yuri. Really? Really? Don't be ashamed of who you are, Yuri. You've got your interests, and that's great. I'll admit that we're different in that sense, but I never looked down on you for being more analytical. I think I know what that means. Besides, this probably helps you in school. Anyway, did you want to get the vinyl for this song, or... well, I don't know if she has a vinyl player. There wouldn't be much point if she doesn't have one. I actually had another idea for a gift, which should hopefully be more dependable. And what's that? Oh, back at the library? Back here? Yeah, when Sayori and I were doing the festival preparation, we came here for supplies. This place was what we needed, so I'm a little more confident now. Anyway, what'd you have in mind? Well, I noticed that Monica handwrites a lot of her things. Her poems, her entire trees, and I've always admired the way and feel of a well-crafted fountain pen. A what? These days, they're quite rare. Most people use bureaus or ballpoints. A fountain pen, huh? Funny you mentioned that, actually. If you were my Secret Santa, that's probably what I'd get you. Guess we both appreciate the same things. Well, I'm not really sure if she would like it, but I suppose it's more dependable than a vinyl, given she doesn't need any equipment to use the gift. Anyway, let's have a look. In front of us lies a shelf carefully slotted with a wide variety of fancy-looking fountain pens, all in different shapes, sizes, colors, and styles. Yuri takes out a selection of the choice, handling which one she turns them over in her hands, bringing each pen up to the eye level, inspecting it from nib to the edge of the cap. Being completely honest, well, I can definitely see their apparel. It's a little boring. I'm sure that to the right person, there's much more than a writing instrument. Hold on. But for me, they're just metal sticks that hold ink. I mean, what exactly can you do with a pen? You can write with it. You can chew on it. Do I have a pen? Yeah, I have a pen at my desk. I mean, a lot of people do chew on their pens, which is gross. Aside from writing, as my mind wanders, a typical reaction when I'm bored, she calls me over. This one tempts me the most. What do you think? Well, it's definitely pretty. The dark green against the black looks really cool. Feels pretty weighty, though. I can't imagine she'd really like this one. That last part isn't exactly true, but at this point, I'm not exactly keen to spend lots of time in the shop. Yuri has a habit of getting lost in her own little world, and while I don't mind it, it can drag out at times. I like how it comes when its own bottles of ink too. With this so ball. Well, a nice little touch. I think this one will do fine. I inwardly heave a sigh of relief. I had the feeling that Yuri would take even longer than Sayori when it comes to shopping. Let's just hope she won't pass this book by. Let's just hope we won't pass by the book aisle. Looks like you didn't. What we get Sayori? Still have no idea. Anything to do with clothes are out of the picture. Don't know what her style or size is. What does Sayori like to do in her free time? Sleep, eat. Yuri stifles a small laugh. Come on, Alex. You're missing an obvious one. I don't think being clumsy is a hobby. Poetry. Wow. Now I really do feel like an idiot. That's me. So, like, a new notebook to write poems in? Never bought a gift for a poet before. That's a viable choice, however. Although, if I can suggest, well, to be far to be, well, far be it for me to tell you what to get her, but given your history together, wouldn't it not be, I'm not gonna be offended, Yuri. Well, would it not be better to get her a more personalized present? Something that really reminds you of her? A new notebook or pen are of course practical gifts, but aren't those particularly personal? Okay, so a more personal present, something that reminds me of her. For instance, let's look at her poems. They are rather intimate, no? A reflection of her inner thoughts and feelings? Well, I really like her bottles poem, and wait, that's it. Sorry, I'm not sure if I understand. You can buy little bottles that are illuminated by lights. If I get a few, all with different colored lights, then they can be metaphors for a happy thought she has. Yuri's eyes light up. That's a wonderful idea, Alex. Not only is it thoughtful, but it's also a wonderful homage to one of her best poems. I guarantee that she would love it. I really surprised myself, don't I? Where would you get such a gift from, though? You can order them from the internet. I'll tell you what, actually. Do you want to wrap your presents for Monica at my place? I can order Sayori's gift and help you out with that. Are you sure? I've already taken up a lot of your time, and I'd hate to. It's Christmas, Yuri. Well, give or take it a few days. Come on, if you're sure. Yeah, let's go. Oh, transition. So is this meant to be a transition between places or a transition between days? Or can it be both? I don't know. Ooh! Oh, I love this. I love it so much. Reluctantly, I dragged my eyes away from the anime I'm watching. Right when the bald guy was about to punch his adversary. Are you talking about One Punch Man? Although the intrusion is immediately forgiven once I realize it's Sayori telling me she's here. Hi! Hey! Someone's in a good mood. As we share an embrace, I affectionately run my fingers through her hair. Of course! Exams are finally over, all of our presents are sorted, and I get to spend today with you. Why wouldn't I be? Aww. I take a seat on the sofa. After my shoulder is a cushion, to which she delightfully obliges. Sitting here with Sayori nuzzled into me, an arm around her, feeling her warm body next to mine. Oh, how these past few weeks have been worth the wait. Well, given how amazing my present is for you, you have every right to be. I wink at her, and her eyes light up at childish excitement all over her features. Ooh, can I try and guess? You can, but that doesn't mean I'll tell you. Gotta wait until the others are here. Aw, okay. Is it a new bow? That was actually something I considered, actually. What? Given how much that red bow suits you, I didn't want to mess with that. Besides, I don't really know your style very well, truth be told. Well, for future reference, I like blue. A blue bow would go really well with your eyes, which would make you even prettier. Ah! Wing! You're really sweet. Don't you know that? I'm serious, Sayori. You know, I don't think I've ever told you this, but you're beautiful. Ah! She really is. Your eyes especially, and the way your hair falls over your face, the way you smile lights up in a room. How can you make my day better? How can you make my day better just by being there? Everything I've been wanting to say to her over the past few weeks has finally tumbled out of my mouth. It's not like to be romantic at all. I don't know where these words coming from, but they just feel so right to say. I don't think I've ever told you how much you mean to me. Our faces inch closer, and I can feel the warm breath under my skin. Whoa, that's a little. I would do this. More thumbnail moments. There's silence in the room, broken only by my voice, which has lowered to a whisper. And I know that our history has been a little inconsistent, but to be honest, you're here now. We're here now. That's all I care about. She looks at me with a nervous anticipation and coos slightly, eyes shining with bliss. With my heart hammering, I'm aware of what's about to happen. Ooh. We both lean forward. Wow, this is really about to happen. Ah! Guys, come on! Both of our eyes shoot open, and I'm 100% sure that the immense pain of disappointment that I'm feeling is mutual. Why now, of all times? With a heavy sigh, I reluctantly pull myself away from Sayori and head to the door. Hey guys, I freaking knew it. Alex, let's get the party started, shall we? I chuckle and let her in, waving to Yuri and Natsuki as well. Hi everybody! Get another great thumbnail moment. Like, that's cute. That's so cute. So this is your house, huh? Technically, it's my parents, actually. She pulls an unimpressed face. Very funny. You keep it in good condition, Alex. Just like how I remembered it. Huh? You been here before, Yuri? Sayori shoots me an inquisitive look for some reason. I'm hit with the urge to hastily explain myself. Yeah, Yuri and I went Secret Santa shopping together. Had to wrap our presents here. Man, did any of you guys struggle with that? Or was it just me being an idiot? Natsuki mutters something under her breath. No, I didn't find it too easy either. Speak for yourself, guys. It was a walk in the park. Such confidence, Natsuki. Good on you, I guess. Why don't you go first, then? As much as I like Natsuki, it's always darkly satisfying when she gets knocked down a peg or two. Especially when it comes to someone as calm and shy as Yuri. Natsuki nervously looks around. Well, is everyone even ready to share? Of course. Come on, Natsuki, what do you have? There's a playful smirk playing on her lips. Ugh, okay. Anyway, I couldn't wrap it, well, for obvious reasons, duh. She pulls out what looks like some kind of plant from her bag. It's for you, Yuri. A plant? Yeah, it's a peace lily. And I did some research on them. They're really good at improving air quality. Don't really know how, but that's besides the point. Anyway, I thought it'd suit you because they're supposedly good for boosting your concentration. I know you read a lot, and these plants are apparently really good at helping you focus and calming you down. Oh, and they're super easy to take care of as well. You got this for me? Unless there's another Yuri in the room, yeah. Why? Don't you like it? No, it's not that. Well, it's such a thoughtful gift. You're right, it would make for the perfect environment to sit down and read it. Not only would it help me when I write in poetry, but I would also make a wonderful addition to my bedroom. Thank you so much, Natsuki. It means a lot. It's just a plant, sheesh. But for what it's worth, I'm glad you like it, Yuri. Merry Christmas and all that. Again, I recorded this way too late. Ah, there it is. The merry festive spirit. It's so nice to see Yuri and Natsuki getting along so well, even after their fights and differences. Natsuki gift took me by surprise. I didn't know she was so thoughtful. Guess she does have a heart after all. Oh, I like this Christmas remix. I'll give it to you, Natsuki. It was a pretty good gift. You raised the bar pretty high. Anyway, I think that's all. I guess all next. This is for you, Natsuki. As she pulls out her gift, the expression in Natsuki's face transformed from thinly disguised indifference to genuine shock. Is that a spice rack? Yep, comes with a bunch of spices too. Anyway, I figured it could be handy given how much you're into culinary stuff. I wasn't sure what spices to get you, but luckily these came with with the rack itself. And if I remember correctly, I think these are fennel, thyme, and one more. Those names probably mean more to you than they do to me. Merry Christmas. Jeez, It looks like it cost a lot. Monica dismissed her objection with a wave. Money is money. Don't worry about it. She swallows and composes herself. Thanks, Monica. She looks at the floor. That's really nice of you. All good. Anyway, who's next? Yuri bashfully reaches into her bag. This is for you, Monica. She hands her the small box we wrapped together. Ooh, wrapped as well. You really did go the extra mile. She unwraps the box, revealing the beautiful fountain pen within. Pardon me if I misjudge. However, I noticed that you do a lot of writing, whether that be for your poems or in your planner. I found this pen to be beautiful, and it writes really well. And it comes with a bottle of ink, too. Very traditional, Yuri. I should have guessed you'd opt for something like this. You're right, though. It's a very ordinate pen. She picks it up, gently rolling through her fingers. Has a really nice weight to it. Thank you, Yuri. Your timing is pretty good. I was running out of ink for my old pen. You're most welcome, Monica. I'm glad you like it. I'm tempted to go for something musical, something to do with the piano, but I wasn't sure what sort of things you were learning with the instrument, so I figured a pen was a safer bet. Monica loads the pen with ink and gives it a test run. Writes really well. Where'd you get this? I'm tempted to visit the shop at some point. Just a shop in town. Just to be mindful to not press too hard as it really easy for the ink to flow too much. Last thing you want is a puddle of ink. Duly noted. Wait, hang on. Going by the process of elimination. Sayori, did we get each other? Well, we are the only ones left, so I think we did, yeah. Do you want to go first? Here you go. She hands me a medium-sized, rectangular object wrapped in snow-themed wrapping paper. Let me guess. A book. All because I joined the literature club, eh? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I mean, I definitely did not expect to see a younger version of myself smiling up at me. I wasn't really sure what to get you. My first thought was a game, but I was not sure what you're into, so I thought I'd go for a more sentimental pick. This is one of my favorite pictures of us when we were kids, so I thought giving you my favorite memory would be a great idea. I remember this day. It was when our parents took us to the fair and we got you that giant cow plushie. Yeah, that's the one! I looked fondly at the photo. We're both standing side by side with the cow sitting below us. An impossibly huge grin is on both of our faces. Cow wasn't much shorter than we were back then. Remind me never to make fun of your ability to pick up a fantastic present, Sayori. This is super thoughtful. The frame itself is a lovely touch as well. Yeah, it's cute. Anyway, I hope my gift can stack up to yours, Sayori. Here you go. Huh? Are these bottles? Yep. But as you can see, they're also colored lights inside. Hang on, let me flip the lights on so you can see them. Ooh, I was expecting like beer bottle style, not like jar style. There's a collective ooh as the darkness brings out the light's true potential. Against the blackness, the reds, blues, greens, and yellows flare to life. It feels a bit strange speaking into the darkness, especially when I can't see Sayori's reaction though. Anyway, I got this as a reference, I guess, to your bottles poem. I couldn't help but notice that the bottles represented your happy thoughts. Each light in these bottles are basically a happy memory, a happy thought that I've shared with you. Obviously, I got more than 4 happy memories with you, but I couldn't exactly buy 100 bottles. Anyway, this is gonna sound really cheesy, but all of a sudden I'm grateful that we're in the dark and it makes it much easier to really speak my mind. You're my happy thought, Sayori, and I just wanted to give you something that could keep as a reminder of that. Merry Christmas. I flicked the light back on. There we go. Jeez, you two need to get a room. Sorry, had to be said. Alex, this is such a sweet present. Aww. Hang on. Okay, another good one. I think it's the best gift I've ever had. Indeed, it truly embodies thoughtfulness. I knew it was an excellent choice the very first moment you suggested it. I'll give you credit, Alex. You can really tell that you two have been best friends for a while. My cheeks redden as I hear all their praise. I was hoping that the present would be well received, sure, but I wasn't expecting everyone to be so impressed. You guys. Anyway, now that all the present sharing is over, does anyone want to play something? What did you have in mind? Well, there are some video games that are multiplayer, and I think I have some board games lying around. There's Monopoly, Trivial Pursuit, Scrabble, Cluedo, some others. Hang on. You really do live a wild lifestyle, you know that? Hey, I did suggest video games, but none of you seem that interested. Exactly my point. Rude. Yuri quickly interjects. I think Trivial Pursuit would be really fun. Yeah, that way we can get used to see how smart you really are, Yuri. Sure, we can give it a go. You're on, Yuri. Ugh, I'm not really into competition. Ugh, fine. There better be some questions on manga, though. That's a stretch. Now we're in, and it's very clear that the game is clear between Yuri and Monica, who are roughly neck and neck. Everyone's been enjoying it, though, even Natsuki. Although she tries to act like the whole thing is boring, I can tell she's having fun. Sayori turn. Colored pink. Ooh, the entertainment category. The 90s video game character Banjo and Kazooie are what 2 animals? Ooh, I should know this one. Yeah, I swear we played it together when we were kids. Can you give me a hint? It's alright, you'll just have to grin and bear it. She pouts, clearly missing the cleverly concealed hint. Well, what are the choices? A bear and a bird, a lizard, a bat, or a gorilla and monkey. Even I know this, and I don't even play Banjo-Kazooie. I'm gonna go with the bear and bird. Ooh, yay! I got it right! I totally knew that. If you got it wrong, we wouldn't have been friends. Hey! Let's see what I get. Huh, literature. In the Japanese story, The Spider's Thread, what was Kandata unable to escape hell using the spider's web? Or why was? Web was an illusion. Other prisoners were also trying to use the web to escape, or the devil cut the web before Kandata could break free. Nothing like an easy question, huh? I remember reading the story a very long time ago. This is really going to bother me if I don't get it right. It's B. She flips the card over. Aha! I knew it! Another point to me. Nerd! Knowledge is power, Natsuki. Natsuki mumbles something under her breath. Anyway, if I get another geography question, I'm gonna flip. What does blue mean again? Don't say it's geography. Okay, it's not geography. She rolls her eyes. It is, isn't it? Her eyebrows furrow as she reads the question. What's the capital of Australia? Sydney and Adelaide or Canberra? I recall it's Canberra. It's Canberra. Don't most people get this one wrong? Along with Canada, most people think it's Toronto or Vancouver. Ugh, now I get the feeling as if this is a trick question. Like, I've heard it's Sydney or Adelaide, and I would have picked one of those two. To hell with it, I'm gonna go with Canberra. Oh, that's right! Oh, I don't know how, if this game is still, I'm pretty sure it's that. I thought it was Adelaide, to be honest. I would have picked Sydney. Who's the nerd now, Natsuki? Shut up! I'm just a lucky guess. Science one, eh? Which one of these arteries is a major artery from the forearm and wrist? Cardioid, radial, or femoral? Isn't it femoral? It's the radial. Yeah, the cardioid's in the neck. How'd you know that? Because I pay attention to biology, silly. Why does everyone think I'm an idiot or something? Whoa! Prove you're not an idiot by winning, eh? Why don't you? She's got you there, Alex. Can't really dispute that. No, you really can't. Come back to that. Couple hours have passed since the end of the board game. Comfortable, lazy atmosphere has settled upon the room, the kind where no one can be bothered to do much after eating a hefty meal. As the night wore on, the general conversation topics have grown a little more mellow and reflective. We're now all lounging in the living room. Sayori is next to me, and I'm fighting the urge to cuddle up with her. I don't know if she wants to tell everyone that we're together yet. I wouldn't go for that. As I'm trying to figure out a way to talk to her in private, she suddenly springs up and whispers in Monica's ear. Both girls glance my direction as Monica giggles. Both of them get up and head over to the kitchen, whispering conspiracy to one another. A strange change of behavior caused me to raise an eyebrow. What are you two doing? Oh, you'll find out soon. Something about the sing-song way of how she delivered that line roused my suspicion further. Wait, I have not saved since the beginning of this, and I'm almost 30 minutes into my recording. I glance over at Natsuki and Yuri, but both are holding a poker face. Well, as good a poker face as they can manage, that is. Either of you guys know what's going on? Ooh, he's gonna mess this up. Suki, don't be so rude. What? Come on, it's gonna be so funny. You guys know I'm literally sitting right here. Yuri shoots me a sympathetic look. I would tell you, but I've been told not to. It'll ruin the surprise. Can everyone drop this Illuminati stuff to just tell me what's going into? Alex, can you come here? Bewildered, I oblige, walking over to Sayori and Monica. I notice that the former looks really nervous for some reason. Oh, just a normal kitchen. Man, I don't know what was in the food we just ate, but it's making you all act super weird. Monica steps away from us, shooting Sayori a weak shit. Look up, Alex. Half expected for the— Oh! Wait. Oh. Oh no! Is that— It's mistletoe. Look up is the only clue I knew that it was mistletoe. Earlier, I'm fairly certain it was not here, and I'm fully aware I wasn't or meant to do anything. The Sayori shuffles over to me, my heart starts pounding once more. It was nerve-wracking enough when it was just two of us earlier. You set this up with the girls, didn't you? A poorly disguised look of innocence on Sayori's face tells me all I need to know. I should have seen this coming. What a time to forget how crafty you could be, Sayori. She's standing right in front of me now, expectantly clearly visible on her features. Do you want us to look away? Only a distant, faraway part of me registers Monica's voice. Right now, the only thing I'm truly focused on is a beautiful girl in front of me. Actually, no, that's a lie. The most important thing I'm focusing on right now is how not to mess this up. Ah! All those thoughts go out the window as Sayori's lips finally meet mine. Aww! Oh my god, that's adorable! And in that moment, nothing else matters. I sigh contently, pulling her closer to me. One of my hands caresses the back of her head, while the other gently cups her face. Nothing could have prepared me for this moment. I'm drinking her in. I would not have worded it like that. Lost in the sensation of her lips on mine and her warm, soft hands glink around the back of my neck. All the fears I had about messing this up melt away as the kiss progresses. I have no clue what I'm doing, but from how good this feels and how blissfully Sayori seems to me, I think it's safe to say it's working. And eventually we break away. Whoa! Just whoa. Save again. Seconds, minute. Wait, hang on, I missed that. It's impossible to tell how long that kiss went on for. As I open my eyes, Sayori's beautiful face fills my vision. There's such a tender, heartfelt look in her eyes that I've never seen before. Oh, that adorable giggle. Sheesh, you two. I knew it. Asuki rolls her eyes. Duh, wasn't it super obvious when Sayori asked you to bring the mistletoe? No, I mean, ever since Alex joined the club, I had a good feeling they liked each other. Wow, you two are... You know what? I'm not gonna say that. Childhood sweethearts, eh? That almost sounded like a trope. The way you two spoke out about one another, it was ever so endearing. I'm happy for two of you. Yeah, congrats and all. Just keep that mushy stuff outside the club, okay? I grin weakly. I'll do my best. Anyway, it's getting late. I think it's time we leave these lovebirds to it. Bruh! Oh, of course, yes. Thank you for hosting the party, Alex. It was really enjoyable. Yeah, it was. Just make sure you use protection. Okay. That's okay! Oh my god! Jeez. And on awkward parting remarks, Sayori and I are left alone. There's a moment of silence. And Alex, what's up? She bites her lip, looking away. There's a trace of anxiety on her face. Can I do something that might sound a bit weird? Sure. Was it okay for us to kiss? I mean, wasn't the mistletoe idea yours? I know. It's just, well, my heart's telling me that it's all okay, but my brain telling me, well, it's being a bit of a me. Blah, blah, blah. This was the right choice, right? Sorry, I know this might sound really sudden. I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to say anything while the others were here. Sorry, it's just still so confusing. I take her hands in mine and tilt her head so her eyes meet. Look, Sayori, why are you feeling like this like this was the wrong decision? It's kind of hard for me to stop believing that I'm not worth your love and your attention. Stop saying that! And the last thing I want to do is drag you down and have you waste your time on someone like me. But at the same time, I'm trying to stay hopeful and listen to my heart, which is telling me that it's okay to go for what I want. I think I missed that. Oh no, I didn't. Wait, did you enjoy the kiss? Because I don't know about you, but I really, really enjoyed it. She blushes. I did, yeah. You're a good kisser. Well, I've never been happier. Whenever you're around, I'm always in better spirit. We both want each other, and we're both happy with each other. So how can this be the wrong decision, Sayori? I don't really know for sure, but I'm guessing this is the desperation trying to tell you you're not allowed to be happy. Of course you are. Don't worry, Sayori. We'll get through this together. Just remember, this is all my choice. No one is forcing me to make it. She pauses for a moment, reflecting on my words. I just hope I've managed to get through to her. Okay, thanks, Alex. I guess you're right. I'll try to remember that. Oh, by the way, sorry for putting you on the spot when the others were around. Oh, I bet you were enjoying that. It's alright. I gotta kiss you, so it's more made up for it. That was really nice, wasn't it? I think I enjoy kissing a lot more without 3 people watching. Well, they're all gone, so you do. Without even waiting for her to finish question, I kiss her again. Oh man, this is something I've never definitely get used to. And it's just the 2 of us. The kiss feels a lot more personal. And it's absolutely fine by me. Merry Christmas, Sayori. With our faces only inches apart, she playfully nuzzles my nose with her own, laughing. Holding her close, being able to hear the heartbeat, her feeling her warm breath on my face, hearing her whisper. Thank you for everything, Alex. Merry Christmas to you. Aw, and another. Aw, so. Gah! Although this feels like absolute bliss, a part of me can't help but wonder what I'm getting myself into. It would be naive to think that everything would be sunshine and rainbows from here on out, no matter how strongly we feel for each other. Will we really be okay together? Perhaps there's no sense in worrying about the future so much. Maybe it'll just be the best to take each day as they come. After all, there's only one way to find out. Yeah, we finally got that! I don't know why I'm excited for that, as that didn't even physically happen to me. It happened to the in-game character. That was beautiful! Act 3, Into the Unknown. I'm not playing that song. Okie doke. So what's Act 3? Most people typically see January. Oh, is it Art of the New Year? January Blues, I think it's called. With the cold weather, the gray skies, the end of Christmas holidays. Yeah, I can see it. Not this January, though. I haven't been able to get Sayori's kiss out of my mind. It's hard to believe she's actually my girlfriend now. And just 4 months ago, we hadn't spoken in years. Joining the club, discovering Sayori's feelings for me, and, well, finding out about her depression. This whole thing has been so unexpected. Still, there's a few days left of the Christmas break, and I know exactly how I want to spend them. After shooting Sayori a text, I make my way over. Hi! What magical adventures are we going to do on today, Alex? I'm glad you asked that, Sayori. Today we're going to go to a magical snowy wonderland. Expected to be a wild journey filled with snow, snowballs, and her festive lights. She looks at me for a moment. Oh, I missed that. Wait. She looks at me for a moment before bursting out laughing. Oh, you're so silly sometimes. Hey, it's not like you could come up with good imagery on the spot. Try me! Aw, that wink. Okay, then I will. Let's see what you can come up with, Miss Literary Expert. She thinks for a moment. We're going to do a bold, daring venture to a place brimming with magical lights, Byzantine snow, and frozen, icy fractals. You know what? I know what I'm beat. Sayori grins with pride, puffing her chest out proudly. Although I bet you don't even know what half the words mean. Did Yuri lend you... Wait, a thesaurus, I think is what it said. I expected my jibe to earn a pout from her, but she stands firm. Don't be jealous. You never stacked up to the Ice Queen. Pfft, Ice Queen? Bold words from someone whose hands get cold super easily. Especially when this person accidentally leaves her gloves at home. That got her. Meanie! You can never let me win. I slide up close to her and plant a kiss on her nose. Aw, you love it, huh? Really? Although the pout tells me otherwise, there's no denying that red blush creeping on her cheeks. Aw. By the way, for your Secret Santa, who did you go shopping with? Natsuki! That must have been awkward afternoon. It wasn't, actually. It's rare that I get to see Natsuki outside the club, so it was a really nice day out together. Girls out, day out, huh? You could say that. She helped me out a lot when it came to picking a present for you. Couldn't even think of a present for me without some outside help. You're the one who admitted it was hard at the Christmas party. Checkmate. Since when was your memory that good? No fair! The Ice Queen never forgets. She laughs as I roll my eyes. Whatever. You really like that self-appointed title, don't you? It doesn't make sense. You hate the cold. Does it bother you? Should I let it go? I can't believe you just said that. She giggles sweetly, a playfulness less in her lap. Anyway, she was really stuck on what to get Yuri. And there was the obvious choice, like a new pen, a book, or something to do with tea. She was considering getting her one of those, but she said she wanted to go for something that wasn't so obvious. She could be really thoughtful when it comes to B. Yeah, I get that. I got that impression. The look on Yuri's face man, she really wasn't expecting that lily at all. I'd have thought Natsuki would have just got her a horror book to be done with it. Well, that's the thing. Natsuki said she likes to surprise people. Once you get past her prickly side, she really has a big heart. Not exactly hard to have a big heart when you're that small, though, is it? Alex! It's a joke. It's a joke. Ha ha! Although, please don't tell her I said that. Only if you buy me chocolate. That doesn't sound like and maybe some cookies. Anything else? A back massage, Ferrari, perhaps a holiday cruise to the Caribbean as well? Well, not to mention it, you'd be so lucky. Okay, that was funny. That was funny. No, don't quit. What are you gonna have, Sayori? Her eyes whiz over to the menu. Given the abundance of cakes, buns, and other sweet foods, I'm not expecting her to reply anytime with decade. Cinnamon buns again? No, actually. I think I'm gonna try the sponge cake. It looks so soft and delicious. The genuine excitement on her face is so endearing to see. And I think a girl so this adorable is mine. After giving our order to the waiter, I can't help but reach across the table and take her hands in mine. She looks surprised initially, but soon rubs my hands with her fingers smiling shyly. You know, that's something I've always loved about you. How adorable you are. Huh? Like, even right now, you're getting really flustered, aren't you? Me? No? What? It took me a while to realize my feelings for you. Ever since that tickle fight we had back in September, I remember seeing a look in your eyes. We were really in a really, awkward position, and you looked at me with a look I've never seen before. Yeah, I remember that moment. I had no idea how to react. It was the first time we'd spent time together outside of school in a while. I was really happy that day. Or I was really happy. Me too. I guess that was the first day my feelings for you began to bloom. And over the months, those feelings grew stronger. You gave me a bit of food once, and your hands brushed against mine. I remember thinking about how soft your hands felt. It took me totally off guard. So that's why you zoned out. I was wondering why you were in a trance. I wasn't the greatest at covering my tracks, was I? And you smell really nice, too. I remember letting that slip when we were carving pumpkins. It doesn't really make any sense. I hadn't showered that day. I don't know, maybe it's just your natural scent, Dad. Okay, a man that makes me sound like a real caveman, doesn't it? At least you're a very handsome caveman. Now it's my turn to go red. Finding my weak spot, Sayori grins and opens her mouth. No doubt eager for watch me flail for a change. Thankfully, her moment of opportunity is interrupted by the waiter bringing us our food. Another huge smile appears on her face as the cake is put in front of her. It was really not hard to put a smile on her face, is it? Watching her eat is a sight to behold. It's almost like she's inhaling straight into the bottomless pit that is her stomach. She's like Kirby. What's the matter, Alex? Compliments making you turn red? You know, it was really cute seeing how nervous you were when you warmed up my hand. You were stuttering and everything, and something tells me it wasn't because of the cold. Guilty as charged. My master plan worked. I should have known it was all a ruse. Then again, I got to hold hands with you, so are we both winners? Don't take my victory away from me, meaty. Not taken away from you, just sharing it. Is that so wrong? I stick my tongue out at her. I give you credit, though. That mistletoe plan was pretty flawless. I had absolutely no clue it was coming. There was so much fun to plan with the girls. Yuri felt bad, but Natsuki and Monica were all for it. You look absolutely terrified when you saw the mistletoe. Well, duh. It was nerve-wracking enough when we almost kissed before the others arrived. And then I had to do with the 3 other people watching. That plan almost backfired on you, though. Huh? Well, it was your first kiss, though, right? Oh. Yeah, although I had advice from Monica beforehand on how to kiss someone. Yeah, how can you get advice on how to kiss someone? I didn't know you were meant to close your eyes. I stared at her, even when I knew that. But I bet Monica had to teach you a lot, didn't she? I'm not legally obliged to answer that. I burst into laughter. Hey! Sorry. I'm just trying to picture how the conversation went down. Did you ask Monica how to kiss someone? Or where you were... or where you're meant to put your hands while you do it. No, I didn't. I just kind of wanted to, though. I had no idea what to do, to be honest, and I was scared that I'd mess it up. You know, it being your first kiss and all, and the more I thought about it, the worse I felt that I put you in a really awkward situation. It's really okay. I enjoyed the kiss after all, plus it was my one as well. Oh. Plus it was mine as well as... Really? Yeah, really. And you know what they say, practice makes perfect, right? Very smooth, Alex. Thank you. An hour or so later, we both wound up in my living room. I'm lying on the sofa with Sayori cuddled up next to me, content as can be. You know, now that we're actually together, what are we meant to do? I have no clue. You're my first girlfriend after all. Don't get me wrong. It's really nice to cuddle up together. But when do you think about what couples do, what comes from mine? Oh, wait, no, not that one. This one. There we go. I'm just gonna start overwriting my saves. I had to pause and actually think about this. Like go on dates? Which I guess we technically just did at the cafe. Sorry, Sayori, I'm really just as clueless as you are. That's alright. I guess we do have all the time in the world to figure that out. To be honest, I'm perfectly happy to cuddle up together. Just being with you, no matter what we're doing, makes me happy. Aww. That's how I feel with you too, actually. Doesn't it mean I can cancel the romantic getaway to Paris then? She hooks me in the side. But France is the romantic capital of the world. How much money have you got to spare, Sayori? Does that include pocket money I spent years ago? Yeah, sure. Maybe negative 200 yen then. So you're in debt. Well, unless the planes are operated by really tired hamsters, I don't think we'll be going to France anytime soon. I really want a hamster. Why? What do you mean why? To pet. What would you call it? Stuart? Why? 'Cause that movie? Yep! You know that Stuart Little was a mouse, not a hamster, right? What's the difference? Hamsters taste nice, sir. Wait, what the hell did you just say? Is it bad that you actually made me laugh? It means your humor is like mine, so take it as you will. That's definitely not a good thing then. Don't make me push you off the couch then. You wouldn't dare. Oh? I've had a better idea. I sit up with hesitation and begin to tickle her mercilessly. The effect is instant. Sayori immediately begins squirming and laughing uncontrollably. Oh, no, not this again. That's so unfair that you didn't even give him a chance. If I remember correctly, last time it was you who initiated, so here's a taste of your own medicine. She's writhing on the couch, blue eyes shimmering with tears from the invoked laughter. Okay, I'm sorry for what I said about humor. Please just stop. As Miss so I obey ever so slightly just to give her a chance to catch her breath. Bad move. Sayori lunges forward, pinning. What is that face on her face? Pinning me beneath her. This is about unexpected dexterity, totally catching me off guard. With a flump, my body sinks to the opposite end of the couch. There was no time in dishing out some cold revenge, and within seconds, my laughter squirming has replaced her entirely. Oh damn! I did not expect you to be still do that. She brings her face closer to mine, making sure I can see how smug she is now. Well, that actually gives me an idea. Darting forward, I plant a desperate kiss on her lips. Unlike with our previous kisses, the time my tongue is involved, slowly pressing against the top lip. The effect is immediate. Her hands go from trying to tickle me to slowly linking around the back of my head. As the kiss deepens, she slowly pushes me back away from the couch. Her body falls onto mine. After a few seconds, I'm lying down with her body directly on top of mine. My mind isn't going wild, trying to process exactly what's going on. I only intended to the kiss to distract her, but it's ignited some kind of urge between both of us. Her body feels so warm against mine, and with a sudden jolt, I'm very aware of the part of Sayori, namely two parts, that are pressed up against my chest. Needless to say, the atmosphere is completely charged. Neither of us know how to react. The silence continues on, with each passing second feeling like hours. We have the house to ourselves, her body pressed on top of mine, and there's some kind of primal instinct stirring with both of us. Oh, I open my eyes. Sayori? She hastily climbs off me. Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's okay. It just kind of happened. Yeah. Anyway, I had a lot of fun today, Alex. It's a shame school starts tomorrow, though. I was hoping it wouldn't remind me. But it will be getting results for December. January could go one of two ways. We'll be fine, I think. Only one would find out. Anyway, it's getting late. Want me to walk you home? Sure. All right, let's go. All right, day transition. I guess that was our first full, technically is it third full day? Because we had preparing the festival, carving pumpkins, and then this day. Third day. And here we are back in class. Ugh. Hate classes so much. Man, the holidays really whiz by in a flash. That's what it feels like. Seeing Sayori in the mornings really makes a huge difference to how I perceive the school day. And am I a morning person now? Maybe she really is my sunshine. Just like her poem. Man, she really made me mushy, hasn't she? Wonder what Mom would think. Psst. Morning, Emmy. Had a good Christmas break? So, did it work? Huh? Sayori, duh. Are you guys together yet? Going straight in, I see. Well, are you? Yeah, we are. I knew it. Wait, are you gonna... Oh, whoops. Are you gonna... Well, I think that's everyone. As the last student makes their way into the desk, Sakurai puts down the register and stands up in front of the class. Hope everyone had a good break. There's a weak, lukewarm murmur. Come on, guys. You got it easy. Your exams were before the break. I used to teach at a school that had January exams. At least they had a reason to be unenthusiastic about returning. Anyone get anything cool for Christmas? Yeah, Mom finally caved and got me this new pair of running sneakers. Practical for sure. A friend of mine got me a plant. I'm not sure what it is about me screams flower man, but hey, life's full of surprises. Anyway, given that I was supposed to start the lesson 5 minutes ago, let's begin, shall we? And done. I'm gonna eat outside when it comes to lunchtime, given how cold it's gotten recently. The outdoors doesn't appeal to me right now. A lot of students opt to just eat in their homeroom, especially as the temperature drops outside. Club room is also a viable choice, and luckily it's always free around lunchtime. Over the Christmas break, we suggested eating there as in the club room. And despite Monica saying she couldn't make any promises, the decision was pretty much universally agreed upon. With my stomach gurgling, I make my way over there. Yuri and Natsuki are already in the time I arrive. Well, they're not exactly my best friends or anything. Their friendship is much less shaky than it was 3 minutes ago. I could tell that Natsuki's thoughtfulness really touched Yuri. Hey guys, Romeo himself has arrived. Natsuki! Afternoon, Alex. Monica's not here yet? No, it's not much of a surprise, is it? You know, given how much she likes 5 million extracurriculars going on. Door swings open and Sayori walks through, a cheery smile on her face. Hey! I'm so glad we all decided to eat together for lunchtime. Looking back, I'm kind of surprised no one suggested it earlier. Well, it's a new year and a new star. Not quite yet. And all we need now is once again the door swings open and Monica waves at us and apologetic smile on her face. Sorry, I had so much stuff to sort out. My teacher was talking to me about university applications. Already? But your second year of high school isn't even over yet. Monica sighs and wearily rubs her temples, pulling out her food. Yeah, I know, it's stressful to say the least. Plus, I'm getting the results of my December exams back soon. Don't worry, Monica. I'm sure you're doing just fine. You've worked so hard. I've been inclined to agree. You're a model student, and I know how much effort you put in your studies. Monica smiles at their efforts, but doesn't look wholly convinced. And oh, now that we're all here, I should tell you that we don't have a club meeting today. There wouldn't be much point, given none of us have any poems to share. We can hold a session tomorrow, though, if you guys are interested. I know we didn't hold too many last semester, and that's on me. Sorry, I had a lot going on. Yeah, I'm down for a meeting tomorrow. I'm probably a little rusty, so this will be a good chance to get back into it. Turn to Sayori. We can ride one together if you like. I'm still not as good as you, so this could be a new way to learn. Ooh, that could be really fun. Tonight? Yep. Well, that's 2 lovebirds sorted. Works for me. Yuri also nods in agreement. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow then. She finishes writing something down on her planner. I also noticed that she's using the pen Yuri got her for Christmas. Judging by the shy smile on Yuri's face, it's safe to say she's also noticed. Monica smiles. Monica suddenly stands up, swiftly packing away her food in containers. Wait, you're leaving so soon? Yeah, I can't really stick around. Need to talk to my parents about the whole university thing. They've been hounding me ever since the exam started. See you guys later. And just like that, she's gone. Free time is foreign to her, isn't it? She really has so much going on. I couldn't fathom being in the shoes. The stress would be too much. Oh, those exams that you have to take for university? I don't envy you guys in the slightest. Well, we don't take those exams during third year, but I think Monica has started her prep recently. Yeah, joys of being a first year, Natsuki. Count yourself lucky, you, because you'll be in Monica's shoes before you know it. Wonder how long it'll be until Sakurai starts asking me the same thing. The question lingers on my mind as the rest of lunch break passes by. Gone. As the end of the school day arrives, I wander down the corridor towards Sayori's homeroom. Along the way, I spot Yuri leaving her own classroom. Hello again, Alex. Yuri looks away nervously, fiddling a strand of hair. You don't have to, of course, but stands there struggling to find the right words. What? If you'd like, would you like to walk home together? Huh? You want to walk home with me? Sorry, it's a stupid suggestion. I don't know why I had. It's not like I didn't want to do it or anything. I just didn't expect you to ask. Are you sure? I know you normally walk with Sayori, and I wouldn't want to intrude upon anything. You're worrying for nothing, Sayori. Why would she mind? The more the merrier. It's cool. I was just on my way to go and find her now, so feel free to tag along. Soon after I spot Sayori in the hallway, she looks curiously at Yuri trailing behind me. There you are! I give her a daring peck on the lips, causing her to blush. Hey! Ready to walk home? Yuri's gonna be joining us this time, if that's okay. I hope it's no bother. Surprise flashes across Sayori's features, gone as soon as it disappears. Oh? Sure, that's fine. Although, I can't come with you guys today. Oh? My homeroom teacher wanted to talk to me about stuff, so you two go ahead. I'll walk with you tomorrow. Are you sure? Pretty sure we can wait. Yuri nods in agreement. It's no bother, but Sayori shakes her head. No, there's no telling how long it'll go on for. Plus, I think I might be a long discussion. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay then. See you soon. Bye, Sayori. That's a little suspicious there. It's slightly strange walking home with Yuri. Nothing against her, of course. It's just I'd grown too used to Sayori being there instead. Although Yuri's still fairly shy, I've noticed that she's come out with her shell a little bit. Especially since we went Christmas shopping together. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but why did you want to walk home with me today? Well, she looks away and sighs. It's just not so easy. I don't push it. If my fight with Sayori taught me anything, it's that you can never tell what demons people are inherently battling. Given I still know very little about Yuri, it's definitely best to not decide. I don't know what that said. The Christmas period has always been very family oriented, at least for me. For as long as I can remember, my parents used to put a lot of effort into making Christmas memorable. Especially in this country, the focus on Christmas is on spreading happiness. For what I read, Christmas is much more than a festivity concerned with religion in Western countries. But I digress. I haven't spent Christmas with my family in a while. And if you don't mind me asking, why is that? Yuri looks away, picking at her sleeve. I noticed that she tends to do this when she's upset or nervous. They weren't around this year. Oh, there's a pause. I feel like there's more to her answer, but again, instinct tells me not to push it. The Christmas period was very lonely, as you can imagine. Going shopping with you, exchanging gifts, playing with all the club members. It truly was the highlight of December. Although it was only temporary, when I got home, I took out the peace lily that Doki gave me. Such a thoughtful gift, but it was also bittersweet. That would have been the type of present that my parents would have got me. So while it was lovely to receive the plant, it was a reminder of my parents that weren't the ones who gave it to me. Hey, Yuri, I had no idea you were so lonely. If you told me this earlier, I'd have loved to spend time with you. I had a lot of fun when we did our Christmas shopping. You were really good company and really gave useful advice. Well, you and Sayori are a couple, and the last thing I want to do is intrude on that. I wait for concern away. Yuri, Sayori and I both like you. You're our friend. You've seen how Sayori makes her top priority to ensure her friends are happy. It's not a problem at all. I'm sorry to bother you with my troubles like this. It's just that I couldn't really talk to the other two girls. Monica is constantly very busy, and Natsuki, well, our friendship has definitely improved since he first saw us argue, but not a stage where you can be comfortable asking her to hang out. Yes, I've always been quite solitary by nature, and while I enjoy time to myself, sometimes it would be nice to spend time with another person, especially when as open as minded and considerate as you. Not at all, I don't appreciate the other club members. It's just that, well, I haven't spent a day with any of them where it's just us two. And, well, I think it's rather obvious that social etiquette isn't just an area I excel in. I'm glad I'm comfortable around me and I'll be able to tell me all about this, Yuri. Well, I know I know what it's like to be lonely last year, but before I reconnected with Sayori and met all you guys, I was pretty much alone too. I mean, I had classmates, sure, but they never really spent time with me together outside of class. A lot of my free time was spent alone, and my parents had a divorce, so that made it worse. So yeah, I'd hate for someone to go through that, especially someone who's this good a friend. I gave her a quick hug. Based on the look on her face, it's safe to say that she definitely was not expecting them. Thank you, Alex. It really means a lot to me. Nothing to thank me for. It's what friends do. Anyway, what are you up to tonight? Well, given the semester has only begun, I'm relatively free, and I don't have any homework to complete. I also started this new book. It's very popular, so you may have heard of it as well. The story revolves around a group of children and their struggle against a supernatural, homicidal entity which uses shape-shifting to exploit its victims' worst. Oh! It typically takes on the form of a deranged-looking clown. Actually, I have heard of that one. The kids later go on to fight the monster as adults, like 20 years later, right? Yuri's eyes light up. I've always been meaning to get into it. Well, I actually have a spare copy if you'd be interested in reading it. Oh? Well, that's a coincidence if I've ever seen one. Sure thing, I'll let you know how I'm finding it if you like. If that's something you want to do, that would be lovely. Nice. Well, this is me. Okay. I guess Yuri really was engrossed in conversation. Now that we're here, there's a wistful, sad look in her face as she tries to hide by turning away. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, and thanks for letting me walk with you. It's nothing, Yuri, and thanks for the book. I'll get started on this tonight. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the first few chapters tomorrow, then. She turns and leaves as I absently watch her walk down the street. I can't help but wonder if there's anything more I could do for her. In some ways, her situation is like Sayori. Both girls are struggling with an invisible adversary, and I'm totally oblivious. Given Yuri's solitary nature, I suppose it was easier to see. I wonder if Monica and Natsuki are struggling with anything as well. Given the latter's prickly nature, I don't think she'd ever tell me. And with Monica, it seems she's under a lot of pressure from her parents and teachers. This club isn't exactly the epitome of happiness either. Okay, then. After an hour or so later, Sayori texted me to let her know she was on her way. Man, her teacher really kept her waiting for a while. Now we settled down into the living room, pens and paper at the ready. I can't decide what this poem should be about. Sorry. I'm not actually that bothered about writing a poem. To be honest, I only suggested that we could do this so we spend more time together. Wing! Really? I maneuver her myself, so I'm sitting directly behind her, wrapping my arms around her back. She giggles and leans backwards. But Alex, I know. With a sigh, I detach myself and pull up the notepad in front of her, pen in hand. After a while, we both finish our poems. That was fast. Sarah wasn't kidding when she says she does better in creative subject. Watching her brainstorm and write her poems has proven to be a real eye-opener. Although not quite to the same extent as Yuri, Sayori really gets lost in her own little world. As she wrote, I was struck by how much attention goes into her work. For instance, she deliberately avoids cliches and has an interestingly varied rhyming scheme. Her language is emotive and effective, enabling the reader to vividly picture what she's talking about. It's easy to immerse yourself into the world she creates, and the best part was she's seeing the look on her face as she wrote. My poem obviously can't hold a candle to hers, but it was at least much more enjoyable to write my poem along next to her. Sayori? What did your homeroom teacher want to talk to you about? Oh, that? Well, I haven't been handing homework in on time. Well, I've just been, it's impossible to find the motivation to work on it sometimes. Haven't you thought about telling him about, your depression? I'm sure that they'd be a bit more lenient if they know what was going on. From their perspective, they're probably just thinking you're being lazy. Maybe. That would be a lot of hassle. As she talks, I reach over to my bag and pull out the book Yuri lent me. Ooh, what's that? It looks scary. Oh yeah, it's a book Yuri lent me while we were walking home. She just got this book to herself, and it happens she happened to have a spare copy, just as I told her I always wanted to read this book as well. What a coincidence, eh? There's silence for a few words. Did I say something wrong? Sayori? Oh, sorry, I was just looking at the front cover. Pretty creepy, huh? Another awkward silence. Alex, why did Yuri want to walk home with you? Huh? Why did she look angry all of a sudden? Oh, that? I'm not sure if I should tell Sayori about Yuri feeling really lonely. As good as their friendship is, Yuri's confidence was rather personal. I can't tell you. Why not? Well, it's personal. Okay. Yuri was, going through some difficult times at the moment. And we're friends, so I guess that's why she wanted to talk with me. And you like spending time with her, don't you? I mean, yeah, isn't that normal between friends? Yeah, of course it is. I'm glad you two are getting along so well. You two also went Christmas shopping together, right? Yep, she's actually really good with suggestions with. What? But she did take ages in the stationery shop. You'd think I'd be used to that, given how long you spend at the shops to have candy, huh? I playfully nudge her, but she barely responds. You okay? You seem a little tense. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just thinking about all the homework I need to catch up on. I should probably get going, actually. Aw, really? She stands up and heads to the door. What? I can help you with that. You can always ask Yuri to come over. She's better company than I am anyway. Huh? What? She closed the door, and I'm left there wondering what all that was about. Did I say that something to upset her, or perhaps she had a fight with Yuri? I mean, that explained why she seemed angry at the mention of Yuri's name. And too tired to think it's one I'll ask her about it tomorrow. Uh-oh. That is not good. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a typical girl's reaction when you mention another girl's name. Like we mentioned Yuri and she got angry. So it's probably a typical reaction from girls. I don't know though. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save this again, and I'm gonna go ahead and call this episode here because what? And that was quite the episode. That was really, really cool. I enjoyed that quite a lot. But that's going to go ahead and do it. If you guys did like this episode and you want to see more of this game on this channel, make sure you stab that like button. And make sure to leave a comment down below about what you guys want to see next on this channel. Or use the hashtag MSVPlayThis on Twitter as well. I always take your guys' suggestions. While you're at it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and a little notification bell. That way you know when I post a new video on this channel. Make sure you check out all my social media in the description below, as well as the mod link down there as well. That's going to go ahead and do it. My name is Luke, and say it with me. Stay strong and feel the power. See ya! Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked what you saw in this video, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button so you stay tuned for future videos. If you want to check out my previous video, click the box to the left. If you want to check out my last video, click the box to the right. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!